Classic. It's the under-18 championship game. It's Oz Hooper's Takeover, taking on the Comeback Kings. Sialipa wins the tip. Tweedy has it, and we're underway. And again, just like we said earlier, we think that the Comeback Kings are going to have a tall task in front of them, and we see right away Takeover scores early.
Yeah, we see him go basically a box and one on Roman Sialipa, but they've got many more threats out there than just Roman, and found Elijah Kamu right underneath the basket.
That's Lennon Van with a nice bucket to respond.
Goes up against the older Kamu and puts him in the bit of the weight room, Johnny.
Yeah, big boys banging in the paint. Team Takeover now puts it on the floor through Kamu. Goes to the little scoop shot. That's good. And you got to do it on both ends of the court. And Ben's going to have his hands full with Elijah Kamu.
Yeah, 100%. And just his strength and craftiness around the basket as well. That was a hell of a basket by Kamu.
Barlow from the free throw line hits. Trading baskets here early.
That's a spot that's pretty vacant against this Takeover defense. We saw it in the last game because people like Roman and that sort of just camping inside the charge circle. That sort of foul line area is wide open.
Kamu too strong inside. This is not where the Comeback Kings want to be in a track meet with Takeover, but they're fouled. And Balthus will get to the line for 2 shots.
It's probably going to be the hardest thing for this Comeback Kings side. If you look the last game where the Takeover played Game Elements had the size to sort of go with the Takeover side, but I don't think this Comeback Kings team have the size across the board to match their physicality. And right now, the first 6 points for Takeover have all been around that sort of charge circle area.
It's going to be interesting to see how they try to hang. Do they try and use their depth? Do they try to get a few of these Takeover players in foul trouble? Cecil from the corner hasn't really found his 3-point shot yet today.
No, but that's a good shot. And again, playing at pace as we see Carney with the turnover. Now Sialipa's in transition.
Sialipa nearly lost it off his foot. He did lose it though. LeBron Brooks has it. Goes to the corner. Balthus bumped, leaves his feet, misses. Here's Pittman now. Head of steam ahead to Sialipa. Goes right at the rim and lays it in.
Yeah, just way too much size and athleticism for LeBron Brooks on that occasion.
Carney transition 3 makes him pay. The Kings up 1.
That needs to be the key when you're a smaller team. Pace and space. Knock down some threes. It's going to help you.
Kamu dumps it off for Tweedy to finish. Much more pace in this one to start. Van from the corner of the back of the rim. Here is Roman Sialipa. Now Tweedy, open 3. It's a deep one. Too strong. Carney feeling it. Now Tweedy. Bounce pass inside for Pittman. Kamu wants to shoot from 3. It's short. Tweedy left all alone. Missed the layup out.
Bit of an odd start too, Johnny. It seems like Takeover have all the momentum and everything, and they're only up 1 after the first 4 minutes. So let's see if the Comeback Kings can take advantage, because despite that momentum, the Comeback Kings are right in it.
Surprised to see the Kings really shooting the ball so early in possessions as well.
I think you've got to balance it, right? So yes, you don't want to play too quick, because the likes of Jalen Pittman, Ben Tweedy and Sialipa are good in transition. But if you slow things down offensively, the Takeover team just has way too much size on the interior for you to create any good shots. So you need to balance it. You need to go quickly, light up the floor with some threes, have pace and space, but you also got to try and get back in transition defense as much as you can.
Well, it's got to be the right shot, though, if it's an early shot. Barlow goes right at Sialipa and hook shots at home. There's the double team. Cecil free, short on the 3. Brooks bumped. Trying to force his way to the paint, then does.
Yeah, that's what LeBron does. He just forces his way to the free throw line through sheer will sometimes. There was plenty of bodies in front of him, but just uses his physicality and competitiveness to find his way to the free throw line.
The Kings are up by 1 here. 4:40 left in the first quarter.
Love the previous possession too. I think that pace and space from the comeback Kings created that takeover defense to stretch out a little bit more and created that sort of inside position for Barlow to go to work. So I expect more of that, I reckon, as well.
Couple of free throws there from LeBron Brooks, pushes the lead out to 3. Cecil keeps shooting, and he finally gets one to fall. We're tied at 13.
Yeah, it's a big hit from Cecil because that's obviously a tactic of the Kings to try and make him shoot as many threes as they can rather than the likes of Tweedy, Pittman, and Cialipa.
Brooks backing in. Gets 2 feet in the paint, tries to power one up. It's short. Tweedy corrals the loose ball. Ahead now, Pittman just scoops it home.
Yeah, just in midair, was trying to find Roman Cialipa for the alley-oop, but the defender stayed with Roman and Pittman able to get the finish himself.
Nice look inside. Barlow powers it home. Camu. Tweedy, reverse layup. He's fouled. He'll get to the line for 2 shots.
Yeah, the biggest thing with this pace, Johnny, is we spoke about a little bit earlier, is the Kings doing a good job for now, 15 apiece, but can you keep up with them for 4 quarters? So, like you said, you still need to push the ball, but if there's nothing on, you still need to use clock and make them guard as much as you can, because to me, as the likes of TSS in the school season, as Roman Cialipa gets the offensive rebound put back, they could just have a 2-minute patch that you can't keep up with them and they can run away with the game. And
on that one there, it's not like Barlow had bad position. It's just Cialipa wanted it more and is stronger.
Yeah, 100%. He's stronger than 90% of the players when he plays NBL 1, mate, let alone this age.
LeBron Brooks feeling it early. Kings aren't going anywhere. Pittman reverse layup is good after he shook Geary.
That's a hell of a move. Maybe a little bit of contact on that one, but great around behind the back, and a great finish from Jalen Pittman.
Brooks kicks it. Reset for the Kings. Barlow left wide open. He doesn't want to take it. Gets it to his point guard, LeBron Brooks, at the elbow. It's an air ball. Good contest from Cialipa. Tweedy. Offensive foul. Good defense there from Orlando. Geary drawing the foul.
Yeah, I think just maybe he got foot contact. I don't know whether it was a foul, but because of the way Geary was falling, I think the ref thought it was an offensive foul, and they get it. So lucky break there for the comeback Kings.
Span looking for the handoff. 3-point attempt is off the back of the rim by Geary. Another rebound for Camu. Here is Cialipa splitting the double. Kicks it to the corner, well read by Balthus, but he travels.
I think I said it the previous game with the Oz Hoops takeover, you got Roman Cialipa kind of not really playing man-to-man defense, just playing sort of center field. So to me, you got to put his man in on-ball screens, and you got plenty of space to work off. That right now, you're just sort of allowing him not to play much defense and conserve his energy.
Yeah, I think they did a good job on one of their early possessions, getting Barlow on the block with Cialipa on his back. You want to try to attack him and force him to defend. You know, he's a super energetic guy, but everyone gets tired after playing 40 minutes at both ends of the floor.
Yeah, 100%. Just make someone guard you. Otherwise, you're playing 5-on-4, and if one of your teammates burns someone else offensively, then you're still waiting for Cialipa at the rim. So you need to make him play defense and trying to occupy him as much as you can.
Lead out to 5 now for Takeover. Balthus has had some battles with a few of these guys in the GPS comp. There's Cialipa gambling. Ban goes to the Aussie hop and gets it to fall.
He's been really impressive with his finishes against, like I said, older and bigger bodies than he's used to playing against. He's been really impressive for such a young guy.
He's been good this tournament. Real key for the Kings is Cecil from the corner. He's hit one. He only needed that one to fall. He's got two now. Buzzer beater almost there for Baltus. That's going to do it for the quarter, and Takeover goes into the break up 6.
Yeah, but if I'm the Comeback Kings, I'm pretty happy with where things sit at the moment. I think if you can do a little bit better job of keeping them out of transition off the offensive glass, you're right in this one.
It is quarter time. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with the second quarter of action as Team Takeover leads the Comeback Kings by 6.
Yeah. Let's go. We just gotta go hard. I go the hardest. I bring the pain. Not what you used to. It's all part of the game. Yeah, I just gotta go hard. I just gotta go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Yeah. Oh yeah, the beast back. Adrenaline pumping through my veins, can't relax. Original, I am not the same as these cats. I sting them if they never ever mindin' they beeswax. I don't ever cap, but I'm wearing like 3 hats. Never been a rat, but I know where the cheese at. You'll never get a trophy cause they all here where we at. You better believe that. When it's all said and done, I'll still be here standing. Never took a loss and it ain't something that I'm planning. I dare you to say something. My focus is A1. Every dog has his day, it's been mine since day one. This is real grinding, I'm still climbing. While you still trying, I'm still shining. It's real blinding. And I'm getting hotter too. Talking top 2, I'm not a 2. You let the pressure bother you and I do what I gotta do. Let's go hard. I just gotta go hard. Go hard. Go hard.
Who's going to be our hero, Johnny, in this one? But be interesting to see how this second quarter pans out.
Let's see if Takeover can continue to roll here. Tweedy gets to the rim and rolls it home.
Yeah, Tweedy flies through the defense there for a nice layup.
Baltus blocked by Silipa. It's a goaltend.
Yeah, I think different to that. So understand there's 2 things that contribute to a goaltend. Either it hits the backboard first or it's on the way down. For me, I think that was on its way down just, Johnny, and I think that's probably the right call.
Really tough to see, so I'm going to err on the side of the referees on that one.
Give your opinion with everything else.
I honestly, it was really tough to tell. Camu, that was easy though for him.
Elijah's really been dominant in this first half. Probably had 10 of their 29 points early on and all around the basket as well.
Brooks, 3 is no good. There's Silipa skying for the rebound. Nearly lost the dribble, recovers, fires a 3 from the wing. Short. Baltus with the rebound.
Probably not the shot you probably want if you're the Takeover, but we see
Carney, wing 3. I thought there was a whistle. He thought there was one too.
probably unlucky not to get one because I thought there was definitely contact, but a huge hit. That's his second here in the first half.
5-point lead for Takeover. Tweedy spins. How's the move from Ben Tweedy?
I tell you, mate, he's flying around that keyway.
Ben, loving the contact. Can't finish though. Camu to Tweedy, 3. No good. Ben lost it out of bounds. Going to be Takeover ball.
I mentioned that the Takeover team have a lot more sort of size and physicality on the floor, but the way the Kings are battling physicality-wise has been awesome to see so far in this first half.
And it's everyone. It's a whole team effort from the Comeback Kings. Camu, just too strong in the paint. He wanted the foul.
Yeah, good finish. Don't know if there was much of a foul there. I thought both players were standing straight up, but a good finish nonetheless.
Ben defended well by Elijah. Brooks goes to the left. Nice pass inside. Big recovery block from Wandu.
Yeah, great offense, great defense to answer it.
It was a beautiful look from LeBron Brooks. Ben gonna inbounds on the baseline. Finds LeBron on the wing. Balthus slipped up. And here's Sialipa ahead for Tweedy to lay it up and in. Oz Hoopers, the takeover team, has taken over.
Yeah, I might look at getting a timeout if I'm the Comeback Kings. And they thought there was one now, but it's not. It's just a wipe of the floor, but some subs in. And now when you're getting turnovers and some poor shots on the offensive end, more often than not against this takeover team, it's going to lead to transition buckets. And the likes of Sialipa, Tweedy, Kamu, Pittman coming off the bench and everything are way too hard to stop when they get out in the open floor.
I think, for me, the Kings have done a great job really controlling the pace and not allowing that transition. But you see every time the takeover team has an opportunity, they're capitalizing.
Yeah, I think the last couple of possessions, they've just got stuck off one or two passes and trying to force their way in. And as I've mentioned, as we see Carney with the drive there, but a good finish from his teammate to get this lead back to 9. But they did a good job early on of moving the ball, whereas if you force it, they're too physical and they're just going to go down the other end.
Just like that, Elijah Kamu, he's fired up. He is so tough around the basket.
Yeah, he's improved that area of his game so much across the last couple of years. As we see, Geary missed that corner 3. A couple of years ago, Johnny, you sort of see Kamu playing from that post and off pick and rolls and everything, and now he's got that ball handling ability to go with it, so he's so tough to guard.
Sialipa catches it, goes behind the back, working against Balthus. Balthus fouls him. That's a tough matchup for Max Balthus. Those guys familiar with each other from the GPS season.
Yeah, 100% State High versus Brisbane Grammar, and Balthus did a great job of staying in front on that occasion, just wrapped his off arm around him, and I think that's what led to the foul. So just play with your hands straight up, and if you're smaller, if he hits in the test, try and flop and get a charge call that way.
Sialipa shoots over Balthus, touches the bottom of the net.
He's almost unstoppable to guard if he's hitting the three-point shot, Johnny.
Lead out to 14 now. There is Sialipa reading that pass. Very lucky for the Comeback Kings that that one went out of bounds.
Lucky for the Comeback Kings, but unlucky for the spectators here in the building.
We've got 4:45 left in the first half. Carney fires over the top. Coming up with the loose ball is Pittman. Going coast to coast, stops and fires, misses. Yuandu, put back no good. Sialipa, another O-board, and he banks it home.
That was very tough to guard, Johnny.
I mean, even if you're in position, you can't keep him off the glass. As Balthus missed the layup. Here's O'Neal with it. Goes up, misses the layup. Good split of the D there. Carney from the corner. He swishes a 3. He's come out to play.
He has a very nice looking shot, and if you're the Comeback Kings, you need to try and get him involved even more, because he's been lights out from the three-point line so far.
Good pressure. How about you get on the deck, young fella? Orlando Geary forcing the turnover.
It probably didn't need to dive on it like that, because Pittman allowed him to sort of go after it. Lucky the jump ball arrow is his side, but great effort there from Orlando Geary.
Hey, you got to love the energy. You want to win it. This is what you need to do. We need to get every possession counts. 13 points the deficit for the Comeback Kings. Balthus from the wing fires. Short. Here's O'Neal. Pittman leaves his feet. Sialipa nearly lost it. It's a kick ball. Gonna stay with Oz Hooper's takeover.
Really important run here to finish the first half, Johnny. I keep saying it sounds like a broken record, but a finish to the quarter is really important. Obviously, this takeover team has a chance to blow the game right out as we see another 3 in the corner there, or the Comeback Kings can try and get back in the game.
Connor O'Neal gets on the score sheet. 16-point lead for takeover. Here's Brooks, little teardrop short. Now Sialipa goes right to the basket. Layup plus the foul.
Yeah, much like when you're guarding someone like LeBron or whatever at NBA level, if you're going to foul him, you need to try and tie him up, because he's just going to finish straight through that contact there from Geary, and Sialipa and that's one thing we spoke about earlier is they really sort of struggled, even though they won the game against Game Elements earlier, who beat them yesterday. Funnily enough, I found out, Johnny, Game Elements beat Takeover yesterday, and the reason for that is probably they had the size and strength to go with them, whereas this Comeback Kings, it's really tough to guard because your advantage is probably your shooting and your speed, but despite their size, they're probably just as quick and more athletic as well. So a really tough matchup for this Kings side.
They almost have to just grind it out in a half-court game, but it's too difficult because you don't have the points in you really in many ways.
Yeah, and you don't have as many possessions in the game to get back a 20-point lead if you slow it down. So good move there from LeBron Brooks, but you need to try and figure some things out at halftime.
Cecil putting it on the floor, lost it out of bounds. Oh, they got Brooks for the foul. Tough call.
Yeah, probably. I think with his offhand, we've seen it a lot of the time just wrapping around the body, unfortunately. But again, Takeover with a chance to extend their lead beyond this 16-point mark.
O'Neal steps back, long two, touches the bottom of the net. It's amazing what one shot can do. Brings the confidence up to a whole nother level. LeBron through contact, gets it to fall and one.
Loves it. It's funny enough with that first Euro step, I thought the contact from the first step actually pushed him easier towards the basket. So a great finish there from LeBron Brooks.
I think you mean the Aussie hop.
Yeah, my bad. The Aussie hop. The Aussie hop.
If you're going to start a movement, you better stick to it, Braden.
Yeah. Hashtag my bad.
Brooks finishes the three-point play. It's a 16-point deficit, though, for the Comeback Kings. Pittman. O'Neal hesitates. Gets it back. Goes to the rim and puts it in. No look pass the corner for Geary off the side of the rim. Balthus wants the final shot of the half. Goes right at the defense. Great look inside for Barlow. Great creativity there for Balthus and a strong finish to the half, I should say. But the deficit is 18 for the Comeback Kings.
Yeah, Takeover way too good in that first half, and their bench is loving it too, Johnny. I've seen more flexes than Venice Beach on that Oz Hoops Takeover bench, but they've been way too strong and a bit of a mountain for this Comeback Kings side to climb. But they are the Comeback Kings, Johnny, so you never know.
Let's see if the name holds true. We're going to take a break. It's halftime. Takeover up by 16 over the Comeback Kings. Second half underway of the under-18 championship game. It's Oz Hooper's Takeover, up by 16 over the Comeback Kings. Do the Kings have a comeback in them, Braden?
You'd hope so, given their namesake, Johnny, but it's going to be awfully tough as Cecil gets blocked by Barlow. They need to be able to try and create some more easy opportunities, and 52 points and a half is way too much. So they need to do a better job on the defensive end as well.
Well, they get a stop. And here's LeBron Brooks, who's been very good for the Kings. Slips up, and they get a foul called on Tweedy. So Brooks will go to the line for a couple.
Yeah, I don't think anything's a foul according to the coach on the sideline there, Johnny. He's got his hands up on every occasion, but LeBron Brooks again doing a great job of creating contact and finding his way to the free throw line. And this is the easiest way to slow down a quick team like the Takeover, to execute or get to the free throw line where you have a chance to set up whatever defense you want to be in.
And this is not aimed at you, but the way that the game is these days, no one thinks they ever foul, yet they think they're fouled on every play. So that goes for every coach and player in any competition that I've seen.
Yeah, way to bring it back to me, Johnny.
Hey, I've seen you. I know you love a good chat to the referees. That's all I'm saying. Carney, good response. He's been really good in this game.
Need more of that. Need more of that, and then set up your defense somehow down the other end and try and keep this Takeover team out of transition.
Brooks got a deflection. It ends up with Takeover. Cecil fires. It's short.
Need to go.
Carney has it. He's got a head of steam. Goes right at the defense. Good follow there by Ben. Gets his own miss. Stripped by O'Neal. Recovered by Tweedy.
That's where the old school fundamentals come in. Need to be able to chin the ball rather than let it hang down and the smaller defenders get at it.
O'Neal from the wing. Probably not the best shot. Here's Balthus. Splits the defense, gets inside, and he draws the contact.
Nice little pro hop straight through, split the defense. Unlucky not to get the finish, but this is the pace I like.
Yeah, that was
for the Comeback Kings.
Beautiful move. He hesitated into that little pro hop there. It was a really nice setup by Balthus. He's been fantastic.
Yeah, again, we've seen today the teams that have been really good at finishing, their ability to change speed and change direction has been good. And sometimes people don't really understand that, Johnny, the fact that if you're quick, sometimes you're easy to guard if you're quick all the time, rather than having that change of pace, change of direction, being able to slow down and then accelerate, get on the hip of defenders, and a great drive there that from Balthus showed exactly what I'm talking about.
It's a 13-point lead for Takeover. Timeout taken on the floor, and again, with the timeout, players can't leave the floor for the 30 seconds of the timeout. Balthus at the line for the free throw.
I think basically the strategy from the Comeback Kings is anytime Sialipa, Tweedy, or Elijah Kambu had the ball is to get it out of their hands straight away and then try and make Cecil or Rwandu beat you. And the last couple of occasions, that's turned into either a turnover or a poor shot and allowed this Comeback Kings team to get in transition themselves.
The thing for me is the Takeover team has guys who can handle and can shoot really at all 5 spots. So yes, they are struggling to shoot the ball at the moment, but you got to think those shots will start to fall.
Sometimes, like seniors, Johnny, a good side, you got to give up something. So I think that's the strategy for the Kings in this second half.
Sialipa too strong on his attempt. Now Brooks has it. Kicks it to the corner. 3 is up. It's short. Kamo cleans it up. Tweedy, nice bump on Balthus and then misses the jumper. Ben wants to run. Gonna reset in the half court through Brooks. Brooks stops, fades, and hits.
So good when he gets in that keyway off 2 feet, and another steal for the Kings.
Balthus tries the bunny hop again, and again hits.
Some great finishes at the basket. And along with that, you've got Carney at the 3-point line as well. So the Comeback Kings with a lot of momentum right now.
Deficit is 9. Oz Hooper's Takeover nearly turned it over. Rwandu has it. Clears out. Looks to the corner. Tweedy wide open. Pump fakes, drives baseline. Hands off for Sialipa. who finishes through contact.
Yeah, lucky to get away with the trouble there, but a score nonetheless. Lead back to 11, but Boltus goes straight back at him.
Big block, Cialipa, but there to clean it up is Barlow. Another timeout taken on the floor. So remember, players have to stay on the court. Comeback Kings have chipped away. They're back into a single-digit deficit, but again, Takeover just gets a nice little bucket or a stop just when things are starting to get interesting.
Yeah, they're coming back. I don't know if they're kings at it yet, but they're on their way back, Johnny, and I think they've done it through, apart from that last layup from the Takeover team, there's barely been anything easy here in the third quarter. It's all been contested jump shots off the dribble. Everything's been contested. There's been several turnovers mixed in there as well, and it's really allowed the Comeback Kings to get out in transition. Carney's hit several threes, and the likes of LeBron Brooks, Max Boltus, even Barlow have been able to get to the rim as well.
Let's see if they got some stops in them, the Comeback Kings. Camu inside, goes right to the rack to lay it in.
Yeah, don't know about going to zone when the man works so well for you.
Baltus open for three, it's strong. Pittman clears it up. Nice handoff. Pittman to Tweedy. Tweedy, looks like he jammed his finger, or it could be a wrist. A little bit of contact after the bucket.
And you see that, that's what's so hard going up against a team like Oz Hoopers Takeover. I think they have to make the sub now. There's 6 players on the court though. That probably should be a tech foul rather than just allowing them to walk off the court, because when you make that substitution, Johnny, the rules are you actually have to play one possession with that sub on the court.
Yeah, I'm shocked that Coach Phil Brooks isn't calling for the technical. And you see the officials there clearing it up, so no technical, but O'Neal checks in for Tweedy. Brooks again gets inside, gets all the way to the basket and finishes.
Yeah, nice finish again. They're finding their offense way too easily here in the third quarter if you're the Takeover team.
Cialipa is too strong. Goes right through the double team to finish and the contact.
What about that answer, Johnny? It's one thing when you have a situation where you lose momentum and then you have someone like Roman Cialipa who can just go through 2 or 3 defenders and stop that momentum himself. That's a pretty tough task to stop if you're the Comeback Kings.
And it's not like the double team was there late or anything. It was right on time. It was good defense, but just too strong for Roman Cialipa.
Yeah, and elevated straight over the top too, so that's what's really hard about guarding people like Roman.
Lead is 14 for Takeover. Brooks goes to the crossover, kicks it. Now Ben goes up, contact by Camu, and Ben will go to the line for 2 shots.
What about the switch of hands mid-air from the young fella? Saw Camu coming across for the block, able to get it to his left hand and force the contact there. Great play from Leonard Ben. He's been really impressive with his ability to attack these older, bigger players today, Johnny.
He's been very good, Ben, and he had a great start to the game. He's gone a little bit quiet. I think he's a player that could step up here if the Comeback Kings are to come back.
And coached by, of course, the big fella himself, Daniel George, at the GPS level at Brisbane Grammar.
Our good friend Dan George and Dave Derwin doing great things over at the Grammar program. It's a tough competition, that GPS competition. Nice look inside. Great ball movement. Cialipa, top of the key 3. Barlow clears the miss. Geary, little wild misses. Cialipa now. Goes right to the rim to power one home. No one wanted to get in that way of that train.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Barlow was doing on that occasion. He just went straight to a Wandu, and Roman Cialipa had no intentions of passing it on that drive.
Well, I don't know if there's a more intimidating action in the game, in this tournament, as Roman Cialipa with a full head of steam and no one to back you up.
Definitely not, Johnny.
Kamu dumps it off for Tweedy, and he misses the layup. 2 minutes left in the third quarter, and as the Comeback Kings did come back, Takeover has taken over.
Yeah, and you need the two guys who are coming on back on the floor for the Comeback Kings in Baltus and Carney. Siawandu launched that three. And a costly turnover there for the Comeback Kings.
They could not get that rebound, and that's just disappointing there for the Comeback Kings, because it was a rebound that they should have corralled.
Yeah, 100%. It would have been out in transition if they were able to grab hold of it as well. But interesting patch now again. LeBron Brooks out of the game for the Kings. See if they can sort of eat their way, and as I mentioned earlier, try and get to that single-digit area.
Tweedy again strong on the layup attempt. Here is Baltus. Goes to the layup, hits it, and the foul. He's been awesome today.
He's been sensational, especially out on the open floor. Has that sort of herky-jerky ability with the ball. We've seen some pro hops, some Oz hops, and some in and out dribbles as well, Johnny. So he's got all in the repertoire. We've seen him knock down the three-point shot earlier today as well.
And Comeback Kings hanging around, down by 12 now. Or, yeah, 12. Wandu misses the reverse. Sialipa has it stripped out of bounds. Going to stay with Takeover. Let's see if they get a shot off as the clock ticks down. There it is. Kamu with a great cut and a good find from Sialipa.
Yeah, way too easy if you're the Comeback Kings as well.
Baltus up and under. Can Barlow put it in? He does to beat the buzzer. 12-point deficit for the Comeback Kings. It's the end of the third quarter. We got 10 minutes to go. Let's take a quick break. Let's find out who's going to be the champion of the Brisbane Classic in the under-18 group. We'll find out shortly. Minutes to go in the Brisbane Classic under-18 championship game. Braden Hesselhurst and John Gorn on the commentary. 12-point lead for Oz Hoopers Takeover over the Comeback Kings. They only have 10 minutes to make the comeback. What's it going to take, Braden?
As Johnny tries to mute me because he doesn't like my opinions, but it's going to take some offensive firepower like we just saw, but LeBron Brooks unable to get the finish. But they did a much better job defensively in that third quarter, kept them to just 15 points. But they need to be able to keep out Roman Sialipa and Elijah Kamu out from getting those easy points that was able to keep them at bay, because if they're able to take that away, I reckon they could have kept them to single digits in that third quarter.
Great read from Ben to come up with the steal, and he slams it home. That's the energy you want to see from the Kings.
Yeah, big start. Good job from Lennon Band, getting out in the passing lanes and in transition as well.
Sialipa, strong and one. He says you want to go strong to the rim. Watch this, young fella.
And that's the thing with someone of Roman Cialipa's athleticism and strength. You can't be on his hip or on his shoulder. You need to get directly in front to try and stop him or draw a charge. If you're on his hip, no matter how many players there, you're going to be hard to stop him.
Can't finish the three-point play. Takeover, though, up by 12. Brooks hands off for Carney. There is Baltus going to the left. Lost it on the way up. Foul called, and it's going to be 2 shots for Max Baltus.
Yeah, he's been a key for the Comeback Kings to get back in this game. And him, Carney, and LeBron Brooks are going to be the driving force. To me, need to try and find Carney as much as you can in transition to try and knock down a couple of threes to get back in this game as quick as you can. Because if you can get it back to single digits around maybe that 7-6 point mark, puts all the pressure back on this Takeover team.
1 of 2 for Baltus. Tweedy picked up looked like a wrist or a finger injury, but he seems absolutely fine. Ooh. Nice behind the back pass. Tweedy short on the left-hand shot. Baltus lost it. Cialipa has it. Splits the D, and there's a foul. The blocking foul on LeBron Brooks.
Yeah, I think that situation from Baltus in transition there, if you've got Roman Cialipa waiting for you to come at him, I think pull up. Especially when you've got a double-digit deficit to try and close down. You've shown that you can hit that 3 or even a mid-range. Pull up, don't go to the defense where it's going to be awfully tough to finish over the top.
I like that. I would have loved to have seen that little hezzy to the pro hop that we saw earlier. That was a good opportunity for it as well.
Yeah, 100%. But I just think with this deficit and a running clock, if you have the opportunity to get an open 3, you need to try and take it.
Yeah, and as Braden mentioned, it is a running clock, so the clock only stops at the timeout or at the 3-minute mark of the 4th quarter. And, you know, I understand it's the rules, but when there's a stoppage in play like this, I think, at least in a championship game, you got to stop the clock, don't you?
Yeah, 100%. But it's all about who's going to step up for either team at the moment.
Baltus has it. Goes for the reverse layup, misses, but Band's there to clean it up. Good follow there from the young fella.
Yeah, Lennon said, I'm going to be the leader here down the stretch of this game for the Comeback Kings.
I think he said, I'ma be.
Yeah, exactly. Well played, Johnny.
Tweedy, strong finish at the rim. Band stepping out, firing a 3, short off the front of the rim. Pittman cleans it up. O'Neal out there. Gets it to Tweedy. 11-point lead for Oz Hooper's Takeover. Tweedy works his way inside and gets fouled. He'll get to the line for a couple shots.
Just has that ability anytime there's a little bit of a gap just to find his way straight through and draw the contact. So that's what's hard to make a comeback against a team like this Oz Hooper's Takeover side when they have a lead as well, is they might not be in their rhythm offensively like they were in that sort of 1st and 2nd quarter, but they just have their ability to find their way to the rim, find their way to the free throw line, and score enough points to hold you off and hold you at bay while you've got the momentum.
And that is what the strength is. Everyone could score on that group, and if everything is not working for you, you're going to find it difficult because they can make something out of nothing through every single player.
Yeah, 100%. And when teams got 5 threats on the floor, it's going to be really tough to stop and maintain that for an extended period of time. We've seen the Comeback Kings have stretches where they're able to stem the flow offensively, but to do it for a quarter, 2 quarters, and even beyond that, it's going to be really tough task for anyone.
Tweedy has obviously a coach's son, so you know he's had the basketball in his hands since the early days.
Since before he was born, I think, mate.
He was born with the basketball in his hand. Goes 1 of 2. Ben takes the bump, initiates another one. Kamu, good defense. Cialipa stops and fires. Ben with the rebound.
Need to make a push now before there's too little time left. Carney with the 3, needed to make that.
Yeah, good call there, Ben. Just getting in the way of that little hesitation. And again, that That change of pace, just for that split second, creates that gap for Tweedy to attack. O'Neal open in the corner. He'll fire. It's short. Barlow cleans up the miss. Balthus. Nice little crossover. Clears some room. Lost it, and that's a travel. Unfortunate there for Max.
Yeah, almost gave it away to the rest by just the way he looked after that fumble there, but unfortunate because he's been outstanding here this afternoon.
Takeover up 12, the clock ticking away. The comeback Kings starting to run out of time. Tweedy hangs, misses. Second attempt is good. Little shoulder flex.
Little shrug after. Again, more flexes than Venice Beach, mate.
You need a holiday, Braden. Brooks with a deep shot. Between him and Balthus and the occasional band bucket. CBK sticking around.
CBK.
Nice cut on the baseline and a great feed from Tweedy. Brooks working on Tweedy, fading away, wanted the foul, doesn't get it. Here's Silipa with the head of steam. Regathers his dribble, missed the dunk. Bad. Lost it off his foot. Little teardrop, no good. Now O'Neal has it. It's a 3-on-2. Pittman kicks it out. O'Neal wide open from the wing. Too strong. Lead is 14 for Takeover. It's now or never for the comeback Kings. Corner three, no good. Barlow there to clean up the miss. It looks like Ben caught a stray elbow to the forehead.
Yeah, just on that rebounding contest. Great job from Barlow with the follow-up. Now 3 minutes left. This is where the clock can stop as well, but you need to try and increase the pressure. Not enough time left in this game just to sit back and play half-court defense.
12-point game. Oz Hoopers Takeover have held the lead for a majority of it. They have not been able to pull away from the comeback Kings. Kamu inside, goes right through Barlow to finish. Too small.
Just way too much space, and then he does work, and Barlow tried to meet him at the charge circle, but it's way too deep.
Brooks fading away off the side of the rim. Now Pittman. Cecil blocked by Balthus. That was about as close of Max Balthus talking smack as I've ever seen. And he didn't say a word. Salipa short on the 3 attempt. Now Gary. Carney, corner 3. Barlow gets the offensive rebound, blocked from behind by Kamu.
Yeah, Kamu's been key down the stretch of this game. He was huge in the first quarter as well. He's probably been, you know, you've seen patches from Roman and patches from Ben Tweedy, but for me, the player of the game for Oz Hoopers Takeover today has been Elijah Kamu, sorry. He's been sensational on both ends of the floor, able to just get easy opportunities on the offensive end where they were struggling, and then defensively come up with some big plays as well.
And it has been a spirited effort from the comeback Kings. However, they only have 2:16 to go, trailing by 14. They are the kings of it, but man, it is going to be tough to come back.
Yeah, it's going to be really tough now with only 2 minutes left, 14-point deficit. And like I said, it's just really tough against a team like Takeover who can get their way to the free throw line and just stem the flow when things aren't going their way. And then on the other end, Roman Silipa and Elijah Kamu, when they've been struggling offensively, have just found their way to get easy opportunities and get to the basket either through offensive rebounds or just bullying their way through. So really tough task for the comeback Kings, but they've shown throughout this game that they can make a run at this talented takeover side.
They're certainly giving it their red hot go. But like we said, 2:16 left in this one. Takeover up 14. Long inbounds to Balthus. We're going to go right at Cecil. Contact, and it's called. So Balthus will get to the line for 2 shots.
Yeah, you just talk about that, how important that first step is when you're attacking someone one-on-one. You're able to get on their hip, get on their shoulder, and try and create that contact, either to go straight past them or get to the foul line. That's what Balthus did with that one. Just got on Cecil's hip and shoulder and felt the contact and threw it up straight away smartly. Unfortunately, missed the first free throw, but good drive and a smart play.
Free throws always so important, but particularly down, trying to make the comeback. He missed them both. Pittman sees the defense split, finds Kamu to lay it home. And then they come up with a steal. Tweedy finishes, and that could be the finish of the comeback.
Not could be, that is it, Johnny. It's 2 layups in a row. Really key plays there for Takeover.
CBK tips it out of bounds. Trailing by 18, 1:48 left.
You just can't be bothered down the stretch of today pronouncing the
Well,
full
because
name.
the comeback is probably not on now. I mean, I wanted to keep going with it because that was the name, as Balthus goes up for the layup, blocked by Cialipa, but got a bit of rim there, so that's going to be a goaltend.
Yeah, right call from the refs. I don't know if it was the right signal without signaling in the circle, but you hit the backboard while the ball is on the basket, and it's can't do that. So good call from the refs with the goaltend.
Tweedy getting away from Carney, slowing it down, crosses over, leaves his feet, goes inside a window. Crazy hook shot, no good. Here comes Brooks with it. He'll step into an open wing 3, well short. Cialipa gathers, and no easy feat for Oz Hoopers Takeover. They were the team to beat. Everyone gave them their best shot. They did drop that game yesterday, but too strong here in the semifinal and final. They're going to lift championship here.
Yeah, just way too much talent to overcome, I think. 2 teams today that have played them, the Comeback Kings and Game Elements, have given them a real shot, as we see an easy layup there from LeBron Brooks. But when you have that much talent, you need to be on your game for 40 minutes, and unfortunately those 2 teams just couldn't get it done today. But Takeover have just made the big plays when it's mattered.
And again, like we said, it's not always just talent that's going to win out. Takeover has played some pretty good basketball the 2 games we saw them today.
Yeah, at times, and then, like I said, when their offense or team defense hasn't gone, they've just been able to use their individual brilliance to stem the flow. So, yeah, they've been really good this afternoon.
Credit to the Comeback Kings, though, for making it to this point and giving it a red-hot go. They certainly were within striking distance, but they're going to drop this one, and a really good effort for the Comeback Kings. I thought their game plan here was pretty solid. Unfortunately, the talent of the Oz Hoopers Takeover just outshone them.
Yeah, 100%, and probably let them have too many points in that first half. They gave up 52 in the first half, only 30 in the second half. So if they're able to have that defense earlier in the game, they might have been closer, but Oz Hoopers Takeover just way too good.
Well, that's going to wrap it up for the Under-18 championship game. It is Oz Hoopers Takeover lifting the trophy for the first time in the Brisbane Classic, brought to you by AAU Australia. It's been a fun day of hoops. Braden, what's been your highlight?
I think we might go with Kalen Jackson. I think in that game, I thought his energy and everything was a good step, especially getting on later in the day when everyone's sort of energy levels dropped. I thought that was awesome, but just the amount of talent on show across the board, I think, has been the highlight of the day, and finished off really well by these 2 teams here this afternoon.
Great effort and a great event. Congratulations to AAU Australia for putting on an awesome Brisbane Classic. First time ever here at Northside. Want to give a shout out to you, my co-commentator, Brendan Hessler. It's not always easy doing 8 games in one day, but we got there, brother, in the end.
We got there, mate. We got there with some interesting puns and some makeshift comments with the music in the background, but we got there.
Great job, and a big shout out to the stream team for putting on the production throughout the day. It's been an awesome one. Thank you so much to everyone for tuning in. Thank you to AAU Australia. Thank you to the stream team. Thank you to my co-commentator, Braden Hesselaris. And congratulations to all those teams with the championship medals around their necks. We'll see you next time.